All right, what's up, guys? What's up, Bears fans? This is our first episode of the Q&A portion of the 85. I'll be doing these periodically throughout the season, so please make sure to submit questions by visiting the Bears room in the CHGO Discord lounge. If you want to ask a question in future episodes, you got to become a CHGO Diehard via the link in the description. In addition to asking a question, there are a lot of other benefits. So you can get a free t-shirt from CHGO, including selections for my upcoming the 85 collection. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, so that'll be really cool for you guys to check out. I'm pretty proud of the stuff that they were able to make. Some cool golf content. But yeah, all the stuff's really cool, and I really like it. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of you guys rep those at games. You get premium written content from CHGO insiders like Adam Hogue and Nicholas Moriano. Two guys I can sign off on. And a 20% off discount on CHGO merch and events, including their game day tailgates. I know a lot of people I've heard have a lot of fun at those. That'll be the first thing I hit up when I retire. These tailgates seem like a lot of fun. And then you also be supporting a network that puts Bears fans first with the best content in Chicago. So we'll get right to it here. We got question one, and question one will be coming from Crystal.
Hi, so my name is Crystal. Been a Bears fan since a young kid. My question for Cole is, Cole, I know that you played baseball and football. So what was the tipping point for you to choose football? And do you ever think that you will pull it off to where you play football and baseball in your lifetime? Let me know. And have a great year, Cole. Wishing you luck.
Well, I love it. That's a great question there from Crystal. I get asked that quite a bit. Obviously, people that know me well, I have a big baseball background as well as with football. I do like to say I come from a football family. My uncle, Jeff Scanino, who played 17 years in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, was part of the greatest show on turf. And he's now still coaching the league. He's a defensive line coach over with the Cowboys. And then my father, who played for a little while in the league, about 6 years, playing on and off, and finished up here with the Bears. So obviously a football background in my family, but baseball was also big as well. My grandfather was a pitcher at NIU, and really baseball was my first love growing up. I loved playing baseball. It was the thing that me and my brother did the most in the backyard. Pitching came really naturally to me. I was a lefty pitcher in college, but in high school, I actually had won Illinois State Player of the Year my senior year, and we had won the state championship, which was an absolute blast and one of my favorite memories in my sporting career so far. Just all the buddies that you get to play with, it was really special. But ending my senior year in high school, I started to get some looks for baseball, and I actually had a workout with the White Sox. And U.S. Cellular, I don't even guaranteed rate, whatever you want to, at the time. I don't know what it was at the time, but it was a lot of fun and it was cool. I got some looks, and maybe they were seeing if I had any interest in not going to Notre Dame and playing baseball for them. I ended up actually turning that down and going to play baseball at Notre Dame because when I had met with Brian Kelly, who was the coach at ND at the time, he had said that I could do both. So I thought that was a good opportunity to kind of keep playing baseball. And I didn't regret it at all. I had a blast. I ended up being the closer for the 2 years, the 2 springs that I was there. So that was a lot of fun, having to balance spring football and baseball at the same moment. My freshman year was a little tough, but I got it done. And it was a lot of fun to go on those trips with those guys. It's a definite change up from the football atmosphere. But I think when I knew football was the route was after my junior season in college. Going into it, I'd been told by some people that, the scouts that had come through Notre Dame that, I had a pretty good opportunity of making it to the NFL and leaving early. And that was kind of a shocker to me because I really hadn't played much in college up to that point. But, obviously with all the NFL talent that kind of runs through Notre Dame, other scouts and teams had come and seen me at practice. So I was kind of on their radar. And after my junior season, I got my grades back, and, I had a couple of first round grades, a lot of second round grades, and then a couple of third and fourth round grades. But the grade that came back to me officially on the sheet was a 2. And that shocked me. I remember meeting with Coach Kelly about it, and we had talked about, me coming back, and that was something that I was interested in, just so I could play another year of baseball and see where that could have went. Obviously, pursuing a national championship at Notre Dame was a big dream of mine as well. But ultimately, I ended up going the football route and ended up here at the Chicago Bears, which is just a total blessing. Who knows what would have happened if I would have waited another year, and you just don't know where you would end up. So definitely grateful to be where I'm at right now. In terms of if I'm going to ever play baseball again in the future, I would say who knows. But right now I'm having a lot of fun with what we're doing here in Chicago with the Bears, and football's become my love. And I enjoy going to work every day. The guys that we have in the locker room are just absolutely amazing. And my ultimate goal right now is to go win a Super Bowl. So great first question from Crystal. And we'll now move on to our second question here coming from Bubba.
Hey, Cole. This is Bubba Starks from South Dakota. As a fellow podcaster, I wanted to know where your love of broadcasting comes from. Congratulations on the new show and being named a captain of our Chicago Bears. Thank you.
All right, Bubba, thanks for the question. Love of broadcasting, that's a little bit strong. I don't know if I truly love this like I love football, or like I was talking about how I loved baseball. But it's definitely something that I've had a lot of fun with so far. So going in, I really starting back in college at Notre Dame is kind of when you get introduced to the media world of everything, and just how big football really is. And you got to become really good at talking to these media people, guys like Adam Hogue and Nicholas Moriano and Carm, and obviously you're dealing with some crazies like Braggs. So those are things that you got to deal with. But it's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed it. But I started back last year with CHGO, going on their channel with all those guys, and I just had a lot of fun with it. It was cool to give insight to the fans on what was going on in the locker room, give a good perspective from a player. There's a lot of things that people will say and hear, whether it's on ESPN or whether they're watching Fox Sports, and I don't think they're totally accurate all the time. And I think when you hear it from the player's perspective, I think it sheds a better light on what goes on in the locker room, what goes on the football field. And there's just a lot of things that people don't know about our daily life, day in and day out throughout the week, that leads up to the game, and really all the work that we put in for this. So it's been a lot of fun so far doing this broadcasting. I think the podcast has been a lot of fun. It's been a cool start, being able to connect with my teammates that way and highlight them. And I think that's the main thing for me, is being able to highlight my teammates on the podcast that I'm doing now. And it's been a lot of fun. So we'll see where it goes. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep pursuing this thing, and it'll become a thing after I'm done playing. But right now I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying highlighting my teammates the most. So again, thanks for the question, Bubba, and we'll move on to our third and final question here from Matt.
Hey Cole, my name is Matt Brown, and I live in Missouri. And my question for you is, we oftentimes as fans, do not hear much from the position coaches. So I was curious what you could tell us about Coach Dray. And then, being that he's in your position coach, what are some things you guys do in your rooms as groups? And what are some things that keep it lighthearted through the monotony of just tape grinding?
Yeah. So, Jim's become a big part of my life. Obviously, when Coach Flus came in and the new staff came in after, Coach Nagy had left. You never know what you're going to get with the new staff and new coaches. And it's always a surprise. And, you just kind of have to learn to deal with whatever you get. But I've been super lucky to have a guy like Jim Dray. I'm glad Matt asked a question about him, because it's cool to highlight, the guys that you're really fond of. And obviously I really look up to my coach, Jim, and he's been able to really get the most out of me these past couple of years. And I think he's been a big reason as to why my game has gotten better year after year, when he's been here. So, Jim got here. I remember getting the first phone call from him, and we had talked about where I was at professionally speaking in the NFL, and where he saw me going. And, he had big belief in me. And, as a player, all you can ever ask for is to have a coach that believes in you. And so we got going to work in our first OTAs together, and He's been great in terms of teaching me stuff in the run game, in the pass game as well, and then obviously in pass protection. So, all three of those phases, I think I've taken another step up, with him being here, and he's been great with that. Our meeting time is a lot of fun. He keeps it light, but we get to work as well. And Jim's a big camaraderie guy, and he likes to do things like have us over for Thanksgiving or for Christmas and have him over at his house. He loves hosting with him and his wife, and they do a great job with that. They had last year, we went, or it was a couple years ago for Thanksgiving, we went over and they had a full spread for Thanksgiving, and wanted to make sure guys who might not be from here and don't have family around, that they had something to do during Thanksgiving. So that was a lot of fun, and we make sure we do a lot of different dinners. I just taken out the tight ends to Tradita downtown. If anyone has not been to Tradita, I highly recommend you go check it out. It is a great restaurant at the St. Regis, but we went after our preseason game against the Bengals, and so I took all the guys out. Jim came along with us as well. We had a great time, and I think those are the type of things that really bring your group and room together. We have a standard in our room that obviously Jim is like kind of the leader and sets the standard of that, but then we got guys like obviously Mercedes, who's played for however long, 19, 20 years now at this point, and provides a lot of wisdom, and we all feed off one another. So Jim's been a big part of that. I've had a lot of fun with him over the past couple of seasons. I hope that I'm lucky enough to continue to have him in my room. I think that he's a guy that, I can see eventually calling an offense and even being a head coach one day. I think so highly of Jim, and he's a big reason for the success that I've had so far. And it's just been a lot of fun. So appreciate the question from Matt. These are a lot of fun, guys. I want you guys to keep asking questions, so please go check out the Discord. Obviously, I mentioned beforehand all the benefits you get from being a CHGO diehard, whether it's the merch that you're going to be getting, the premium content from the CHGO insiders. You get some discount on events with the tailgates. Those look like a lot of fun. It looks like Crystal was at one of the tailgates for the game when she got asked one of the questions. So those look like a lot of fun. And then obviously just you're supporting a great network that I think is doing a lot of cool things. I think things are shifting now in the media landscape for sports. And I think CHGO is doing a really good job of highlighting the players and providing a really good new and improved platform for where, sports media consumption's usually been. So some really good stuff here. Continue to support the channel. I appreciate all you guys. This has been a lot of fun so far. And I will check up with you guys on the next episode of the 85. So I'll see you guys soon. Keep pumping in those questions and bear down.